Hey folks, got a 2015 Silverado here, 1500. Lower bore joints. Okay, I'm not going to show you how to do the lower bore joints because there's so many videos out there. But I just want to give you a couple of little tips. Okay, one of them is when you have to do the ABS sensor, instead of trying to figure out how to get that bolt off and not break the sensor in the hub, just remove the whole thing. All right, there's a little clip. But there's a 10mm bolt here that removes the bracket. Okay, then there's a little plastic clip over here, which is right here. Just open up that clip. Then there's a plug up over there on the top. Okay, that little red clip, just slide it, and then you can squeeze the tab, and the whole assembly comes out. All right, so just be careful when you're playing with it, so you don't break the wire. Okay, otherwise the other way is to take the bolt off and try to figure out how to save that ABS sensor from going that way. All right, the next tip is, of course, you got to hang the caliper up out of the way, get a little hook. The other tip is to take your axle, you can put it right over the sway bar link, lift it up, go over, that'll sit over there. The bore joint, simple, that just comes right out. Tie rod, same thing, comes right out. The bore joint part of it, okay, when you rent the press from AutoZone, okay, you're going to use the biggest spacer down here to receive the bore joint, and then on top here you're just going to press it out with the adapter in there, and you're just going to use the screw itself, just goes right in here, no adapters up here, and just push it right out into the receiver. Okay, now the thing is that this thing's about 11 years old. So the C-clip was frozen in there, so you just got to break the C-clip, and then the rest of it was frozen where the bore joint press wouldn't even, you couldn't even break it. Even with a breakaway, you could not spin it. So take a nice little small sledgehammer and just hit this and put it down so it's flush with the arm. Okay, that way you get it to move. Once you get it to move, then the C-press will be able to push the rest of it out. But try not to mushroom the edges over here, because otherwise you're going to mess up the arm and it's not going to go through. So you got to hit a square right on top, remove the grease fitting, and put it down so that it's flush. Okay, then the rest of it will come right out. Now as for the bore joint, there's different bore joints. Okay, there's two different models. This is the one I use here, the FA6541. And you read this, see what it says? This bore joint is only for cast steel lower control arm, will not fit aluminum or stamped steel. All right, so this here is a cast one. It's all one piece. Okay, the stamped steel one is a totally different arm altogether. It looks like an old General Motors arm, so it looks kind of like hollow. So it's hollow and it's actually welded together. You can actually see the weld on the side. The other way to tell is, you see the sway stabilizer bar link. Okay, on this one it bolts right here. You can see it on the bottom. On the other one, okay, which is the stamped steel, that one has got actually two halves welded together. It's hollow. So in order to get that link, you got to grab it from underneath. There's a little hole in there, and you got to get it through there to get to the nut bolt. Okay, so this one goes right to it. You can see the bottom of the link. So that's the other trick. Okay, what else? That's it. Oh, putting it back together. When you put it back together, people, the C-clamp that you get from AutoZone doesn't fit. Okay, this bore joint has to be back up inside as much as you can in order for the C-clamp to fit. Otherwise, you start from the very beginning, it doesn't go in no matter what adapter you use. So what you need to do is, you need to press it in this way. So you hook up your little receiver, you hook up your little adapter, you put the C-clamp in there, and there's another adapter, a flat one. You use that one, set it right on top over here, and you're going to squeeze the bore joint up until it's flush with the arm. Remove the adapter, put the spacer in there or the cup. The smallest one fits perfectly around here, exactly a tight fit. But you put the spacer in there, and then you put the adapter in there, and then the rest of it is easy peasy. All right, get it up as much as you can, and then you put your little C-clip in there. And the other way that you could tell which bore joint you have, in case you don't know which arm you have, is the thickness of the ball joint itself. This here. This is the difference. See right here? This piece right here. It's thick or it's a little thinner. That's the difference. So in case you don't know which arm you have, look at the ball joint. Okay? This ring right here, it's thick. The other one's just a tad smaller. You can actually tell the difference with the naked eye. All right? That's it. That's my little ball joint tricks for this thing. It is a pain in the butt. Took out the knuckle or the spindle, depending on how you call it, as assembly. Took the bracket off as a whole assembly. Took the caliper off. I just pushed the pistons in just a little bit so it goes in a little easier. 36mm here. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt, especially when everything's rusty.